What up, everybody? It's here. Monthly review. The month of January is over. We got all of our boxes in. Time to put them head to head. See which is the best. Help you find the best box out there. If anyone's just watching, tuning into this channel for the first time, the whole point of this channel is to help you, the viewer, find the best box out there. And it's tricky. So sometimes looking at one individually is too hard to decide. So I'm putting them head to head to find the best. Excuse me. So let's just get right into it. Let's start off with the first one. Before I start, let me just say that it's really easy to find the bottom end of the boxes, and it's really easy to find the top end. There's clear winners and losers, and then it gets kind of jumbled in between. I had a near tie for first, and I pretty much had a tie for last, so keep that in mind. So we have 8 boxes this month, so same as last month, because I didn't do the Loyal Subjects one, so about the same, but different boxes. So, for last place, it was so close, so close. I pretty much had a tie. I really had to look deep into it to see which one barely came out the winner of these two. So, in last place, we got Collectible Geek. Again, it's for the 3rd month in a row. They've been last place. They've never not been last place. They almost didn't get last place. Not because they did better, but because one almost sucked worse than this one. So, last place again. A quick run through. We got pop figures, and that was pretty much it. We got a big pop, a small pop, and an even smaller pop. And then we got a cheap keychain and a really cheap print. That was it. I said this, I'll go over a brief overview of it. I liked the pop figures. There was nothing wrong with them. The problem with this box is you didn't even get what you paid for. The value of these things, the big pop, the small one, and the smaller, those are pretty straightforward prices. The keychain, I had a hard time putting a value on it, but I wouldn't pay more than $5 for it, because I just looked online for just like Disney keychains, found one just like it with the Mickey that spun around, but that one was also a bottle opener, which is way more badass. And that was only $6 with shipping, $6 total. So that one couldn't have been more. That would have been $5. So at that value, that you didn't even get what you paid for. You paid $40 for this box, and you didn't even get $40 back, which is so ridiculous. It's such a waste. I've said before, like, I think you should be getting double what you paid for in mystery boxes. You need leeway in there because you don't know what you're getting. So if you get something bad, you don't want to just be bummed out. That's why you want to get more than you paid for. So if you get something you didn't really like once or twice, it's okay because you still got a good amount of stuff. This didn't even get your money back. This is like you going to the store to buy a Funko Pop for $10. You hand the cashier $20, and they just don't give you change back. That's exactly what happened. I gave them $40, and they gave me $30 worth of pop figures. They're like, here you go, $10 for us just because we said so. It's like, no. The value I put this at is retail value. They pay wholesale value, so they make money, and then they just made extra because they just didn't put that much in there. Like these greedy pigs. Like, they're just taking money from people and not giving it back. That's like rude. I'm almost offended at this point that they do shit like that. And a complete lack of effort in here. It was supposed to be Disney themed, and you just got a bunch of pop figures. And it just, their whole company just screams like lack of effort. Like their box. All the other boxes I got have specialty boxes with their logo, with their name that are made for it. They come in different sizes and shapes. Some have colored paper, some have pamphlets and stuff. This has none of that. This is a regular cardboard box, just plain cardboard, and they stamped it with just like an ink stamp that they have there. Like, again, how cheap is that? Like, the lack of effort. And there's no card in here describing what you got. All you got was a little business card apologizing for sending it late, and that's it. No card describing it or what they put into it or any thought, like nothing. And no card like talking about the artist who did the print. I found out who it was, by the way. His name is Ali Solomon, and I looked him up. He actually does really good work. This print happened to not be his best work. I still think it was a bad print, but he did he does other good work. So they picked a good artist, but I think they just didn't pay him enough, so they got crap quality. And I also talked to someone that had worked for the company that had designed a t-shirt for them. That person will remain anonymous because they've asked to. But they said they designed a t-shirt and just got paid shit for it. And they said they just treated them like crap. They were a terrible company to their employees. Like, it just goes to show. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened with this print. They found a cool artist and they were like, here, we'll pay you a couple pennies. So he's like, well, fuck this. Like, I'm just going to give you this cheap crap that I did in a couple seconds. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happened. And again, the print just shows their lack of effort. Not cardstock, not quality. Like, printer, paper. Crap. Just crap, crap, crap. I'm sorry, Collectible Geek, but this is the third time in a row you're screwing people. You're taking their money and not giving it back. You're stealing. You're stealing from them because you're not giving money back. I'm completely ashamed of this company. I'm definitely not getting next month's box. I'm going to watch it to see what they do. I'm hoping at any minute, like any month, they're just going to finally realize what they're doing and they're losing customers and actually step their game up. I'm pretty sure they will at some point. I don't know if that's going to be next month. I'll be on the standby. When they start to pick it up, maybe I'll jump back in because I like these boxes, but not this one particularly. So, dead last. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Do better. Again, call me. Hit me up. I'll give you some tips. Collectible Geek. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man Goblet, man. Can't get better than that. So awesome. Loving it. Next, number 7. Now, again, keep in mind, this is barely number 7. It was this close to being number 8. So close. I'll tell you the only reason why it got 7th, I'll tell you why. But number 7, you guessed it, my Geek box. This box was garbage. Like this was so lack of effort and so poor in quality. Like I showed the shirt before. If I can find the part of it that has it on there. Has this one little patch on it, and that's it. Totally blank shirt. I value all my shirts at $15, but I honestly don't think this deserves one. You get shirts at Target for $10 regular price, and they have designs all over them. For something like this, it's basically a blank t-shirt. I would value this more at like $5 or $7. So I think I might value it at that. And then the comic book, random ass comic book, and it was beat to hell. They treated their items like crap. Like, what's the point of putting it in there if you're going to beat it up? A magazine in there that had nothing to do with the box, total waste of time. An energy drink, which is there, nothing. A keychain, which is kind of lame. But I saw other people get cool keychains, which I'm mad about. Other people got cool Batman ones, and I got this one. So, at least some people got a cool keychain. So, not that bad. And then the pop figure. RoboCop, he's cool. Not the most creative, but you can't hate on it too much. But lack of effort, no mention of even the theme of this box, and very low in value. On the high end, when I was valuing the shirt at $15, you only got a $37 value when you paid $30. But if I'm more realistic and value it at $7, you're barely getting what you paid for. If even that, you might even be getting like $1 less than what you paid for. But still, like I've said, to get what you're paying for makes it not worth it. Because there's never going to be a box where everything in there's perfect. There's always going to be at least one item where you're like, meh, or some that you don't like. So you can't just be getting what you paid for back, otherwise you just buy that stuff yourself. You'd get that shirt made yourself, but get it made better because this was shit. You'd buy that pop yourself. You'd buy a better comic than that, one you actually liked. So getting what you paid is just not a good deal. It's not a good company, that's not a good service. They can't continue with that. So the only reason this got number 7 and number 8 is because the people in the UK, they only have to pay $24. I'm the one who has to pay $30. So that's the only reason. So if you're in the UK, you paid $24 and you got $30, still a terrible deal, still bad, but at least you didn't lose money. So that's the only reason. And for the price I paid, like, I might have lost money, again, depending on how you value the shirt, but at the most, like, I got a few more dollars. So that's the only reason. The Collectible Geek, you lost money. Like, you actually lost money on it. This one, you may have not lost $1. Like, Still a terrible box, still terrible creativity. This company is awful, terrible customer service. They're supposed to send me next month's box. We'll see if they do. I'm really doubting that they're going to. Then I'm gonna have to chase them down again. It's so much work, like, and then after that for this crap box, like, just, oh my god, you guys. And the way they treated their items, just stuffed in there, like, despicable. I'm ashamed to be associated with this company. I can't even believe it. But, you know, last month's box was awesome, so we'll see what February holds. We'll see what happens. If it's like this, like, peace out forever. If it's like December, then I'll think about it. But either way, pretty much waste of money on the first two boxes. I wouldn't recommend them. You would actually lose money. You're better off just picking out things for yourself, honestly. I'll pick them out for you. Like, I'll do a service to you guys. You give me a certain amount of money, I'll pick you some awesome shit, because I really know, and I know how to get them at good prices. Me, this one person would do better than these two companies. Just saying. Anyway, enough being mean, getting frustrated. Spider-Man, chill me out. I'm out of beer. Damn it. This just isn't my day. Anyway, on to the next box. Numero 6. So, like I said before, these goblets are just big enough to fit one beer. Like, you can see it, like, overflowing on the top. There's a little dome shape because it's overflowing. Just perfect enough to fit one beer exactly. Like, it's so meant to be. I love you, Spider-Man. You have always been my friend. And you taste delicious. Alright, enough about Spider-Man. This isn't all about Spider-Man all the time. On to box numero 6. This one, surprising. I don't know if I said it at the beginning of the video, but overall for January, pretty disappointed. Just overall. Like, December was an epic month. We got some good shit, man. We got some really good boxes and some good shit. Excuse me. But January, lacking, man. Really lacking. The value, mostly. Most boxes didn't meet the value. So boxes got flipped around. So, number 6, unfortunately, I'm sorry, was Arcade Block. Arcade Block. I'm so shocked. Last month, it was number 1. It was in the number 1 spot. It had creativity, it had thought, it had value. It went over double the value. It was this, it was that, it was... All the items were good. They all had good stuff. And this one, creativity, like down, down, down. Shirt was fine. I like the shirt. Good quality. Pins, very low quality. Pins can come super cheap. You can get much better ones for much cheaper. The Halo thing was fine. It was okay. Just not my personal taste, really. I think this more belonged in the junior crate, if you ask me, than the adult one. That's just my personal preference, because I think the adults like stationary and the kids like opposable to play with them. But that's just my opinion. But one of the big reasons it's in number 6 is because of this. Duplicate item. Not cool. Not cool, Nerd Block. Not cool. You thought we wouldn't notice? We notice. Because I was writing in my Tetris notebook to take notes on boxes, because that's what I use it for, and I looked down and I'm like, oh, a blast from the past. There's a glitch in the Matrix right now, because I see 2 of them. Like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, deja vu, glitch in the Matrix, 2 of these. 1 was fine, I wasn't even ecstatic about the first one, but 2, what do I do with you? So that bugged me, and that bugs me in more than one way, because now I'm on alert. Like, it's like when someone lies to you the first time, they betray your trust, and then you can never trust them again. I feel that right now. I feel like at any moment another box is going to come and it's going to have a duplicate or something like that. I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I'm just very weary now. Like, I don't know what to do. I was considering going into another one of their boxes, but now I'm not going to, because I don't know what they're going to do that. I hope enough people complain to where they never do this again. I really do, because it's not cool. Anyway, we got a comic too. That was decent. Nothing really special about it. But not a ton of creativity or innovative items here. But it was okay, though. It was still a decent box. The problem was the value on this box. was only about $40. Was between 40 and 50. And that's just not that much. That's not a lot. It depends on how you value it. I kind of value most of these on the lower end. The shirt 15, the Halo thing like 12, but the pins, I value those on the low end. The notebook, low end, like comic, yeah, I value most of the low end, which brought it to about $40. If you could argue some of these points to bring it up to like maybe 50, a little higher than that, but it'd be a rough argument. So you really didn't get much more than you paid for here, which is surprising, because like I said, last month you paid $30 and you got like $65. It was awesome. And there just wasn't a lot of creativity. The items in there were just kind of picked, and they were fine, and they were in theme, but not a lot of wheels turning for this one. So I was a little bummed out on the value, and overall, I wouldn't say I'm overall disappointed on this box, but it was just a little things like, oh, I kind of didn't like that, oh, that duplicate, and that price didn't really, bunch of smalls added to a big, and bumped this down. I still like arcade blocks, so I'm still going to subscribe. I'm not going to let this deter me. If they keep going this pattern, I obviously will, but I have faith in them. I have faith in Arcade Block. They're a good company, and I trust them that they won't do that again. Watching you. Don't do it again. But I have faith in them that they'll figure these things out and do something better. So I think it was just an off month. So I'm okay with that. I'll let that one slide. But you're in number 6 spot. You have no one to blame but yourself, Nerd Block. There it is. Alrighty. Time for numero 5. Let's do it. Let's do it, Holmes. I just feel like such a champion drinking out of this goblet. I want to cheers someone so bad. Alright, anyway, number 5. Now, like I said, it was easy to pick the bottom. Those first two were like dead bottom, no argument, not even close to the other ones. And again, with the top two, they were way up there. These ones in the middle, they do get tricky. It was pretty tricky, so don't hate me if you think one goes there, this and that, like blah-de-blah-de-blah. I did my best. I try not to put too much of my personal feelings in it and try to go on logic. So let's see what we got. Number 5. Oh my god. Almost spilled my beer. Whew! Number 5, 1-Up box. Now, here's the thing. 1-Up box is a good box. There was nothing wrong with this one per se. But here's something that's starting to get to me. It started off in the number 1 spot and it stayed up there because it was such a good deal. Because before you would get a shirt and a Funko Pop and you were like, wow, I got such a good deal here. And it still is, but I'm starting to get a little bummed out as the months go on, and I'm getting more and more boxes of just the amount of items, like the lack of items in there. It's almost like not as exciting when I only get to, when you know there's going to be a shirt in there, and it's like, okay, you get your shirt, and then one other item, which is probably going to be a pop figure, and then that's it. And it's like, I'm tired of the pop and t-shirt thing every month. I'm so tired of it. Like, I want innovative stuff. I want more creativity. Like, do more creative stuff. So anyway, they are creative. So they had their plush figure, which this was cool. They picked these out, and I really liked it. And I liked the sweatband. T-shirt had a cool design, and the air freshener was cool. Like, it was all good stuff. They had good picks and everything, but I just wish they had more. I wish opening up, I had more to look at. I had more options. Because this one, you have only like 4 things, so if you don't like 1 or 2, that's like half the crate that you don't like. So it's getting to me a little bit. It's a little bit of a bummer, but I don't know how to feel about that. I try not to let it affect it too much, but the value of it, you actually got right about double for me. But I had to take into account that other people are paying $18 now, and probably $21 in the near future. Like, it keeps going up. So the people that paid $18 barely got that, maybe even a little less than half. So that kind of played a part too. And some people didn't like the plush figures, but it was just really hard to put this in such a low spot. It really was, because I did like this box. But I think just lack of items, I don't know, there's so many things to take into account. I'm rambling on, I can't even get the words out. But basically I had a very tough time putting in the spot it was. but I compared it to the other ones, and I think it's where it goes. I think this one was just an off one. It's hard for one-up box to wow anyone anymore because they're just going to put a shirt and a Funko in each one. There's nothing innovative that's ever going to be in there, I feel like. So I think that is like their best thing about them is that they're so cheap, but that's their main crutch. So I'm never going to get rid of this company. I'm going to keep going. It's such a cheap price, like why not? But we'll see. This is where it was this month. It's been going steadily down and down, but we'll see how it happens next month. But for now, number 5. Sorry, bro. See you next month. Beer is so much better out of a goblet, by the way. I don't know if any of you at home have goblets, but try it, man. It tastes so much better out of it, and it's cool to have like a wide mouth cup like that. Like, it's just so much better. You can get so much more of it into your mouth. You don't have to sip it through a little hole in a can. Alright, bottom half is done. Top half. Moving on up to the east side. Number 4. New box of the month, Geek Me box. So in my review of this one, I said I wasn't super thrilled about this one and I didn't really like it that much, but not realizing the general boxes of the month. On any other month, this one would have probably been like a dead last, but it just so happens that so many other boxes this month sucked even more. Like, everyone had like a sucky month. It's like everyone put all their effort into the Christmas box, so they just didn't have anything left over, so everyone's like, hey, we're just going to have a sucky month this month, we'll pick it up next month. And I think that's what happened. Like, I'll look forward to February, another holiday. But anyway, you got a Funko Pop, which I liked. You got Magneto, and I like Magneto. Who doesn't? X-Men figure. And you got a HeroClix from Superman. Really nothing special, super cheap, $3, just filler. Same with these pen toppers, just filler. They're kind of cool to look at. And then you got the Star Wars plush figure. I really liked these ones. I thought they were cool. I didn't like Yoda per se. I thought he looked kind of weird, but I wish I had gotten Boba Fett or Darth Vader. Like, a lot of the other ones looked really cool, and that's why I tried to judge it on. Not just my figure, but the other ones there. And they were pretty cool, and they're somewhat hard to find, so which means, like, they actually had to go out there and dig deep a little bit to find cool figures. And that's what I saw in Geekbox. I noticed they did do that, because they have awesome boxes before. And I know they're willing to dig a little bit deeper. The quality and prices aren't super high on their stuff, but they're doing research, and I see that, and I appreciate that. So that's why it's a step up on other boxes. Also, a reason they're stepped up on a box is because their t-shirts are really good, well designed, and they're good quality. I tried this on after I did my review. This t-shirt fits perfectly. Perfectly. And that never happens. They used a better company, a better brand to print t-shirts on, which probably didn't cost them much more at all, but it made the world of difference. I mean, perfectly. The sleeves fit. Like, it was long enough. It fit around the waist. It was wider around the chest. It's soft material. I'm burping because I'm getting so excited. But this was really, really a good quality shirt. Top notch. Which speaks a lot because I've gotten 8 shirts just now, and I probably can only wear 2 of them because they just don't fit because they're shit quality. But this one was absolutely top-notch. I was thoroughly, thoroughly impressed by that. Bravo to you. And I noticed that because I saw pictures of previous shirts, and without even touching the shirt, just by a picture of the shirt, I can tell the quality because I'm that good. I just have eagle eyes. But honestly, though, I can tell by just looking at a shirt if it's going to fit well in its quality. And I saw that Superhero 6 one, and I'm so mad I didn't get it. If anyone has it, I'll buy it off you, because it was so awesome. I saw that shirt, and that's what brought me to this box. And I was totally right. T-shirts were awesome. So this is a big deal for me, now that I know and trust that if I get a t-shirt in this box, that I can actually wear it and it'll fit well. That's a big deal, because they all come with shirts, and they never fit. So I'm definitely keeping this box. This box in particular didn't like totally hit it home for me. It didn't like blow my mind. I've noticed with other boxes, they're not going to put super high pricey items in there, so their price point's never going to be that high, and that's okay. But they've always seemed to pick creative things that I think they have similar style to me, from what I've seen in their past ones, and I think we might go well together, hand in hand. But we'll see. We'll see what the future boxes hold. But I'm pretty hopeful for it, because they have cool, I've seen their t-shirt designs, and they're some of the best. And that alone is enough to keep me. They are a little more expensive at, I think it's $30 for these guys. Yeah, $29.99. And the value of this was only $45, so wasn't awful, but wasn't good either. You definitely didn't get double, and honestly, with this box, I don't think you're ever gonna get double. I don't think it's ever gonna be at that, unfortunately. But you're still gonna get much better quality items, which I appreciate. So even though it was only at 40, I still appreciated everything in here. So overall, I liked it. Welcome to the team, Geek Me Box. I hope you feel welcome. I will see you next month. Good job this month. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, we're already in the top 3 already. Look at that. Moving right along through this thing. Yeah. Alright. Alrighty. Numero 3. Guess what? Nerd Block. So not surprising to see him in the top 3, even though they didn't do that great of a box again. Nerd Block in general didn't have a great box month. Most of them didn't. But they didn't do as bad as others, which isn't saying much. It doesn't mean that's good. You just happen to not suck as much as other people. You still win the race, but you won the race because everyone else got crippled along the way. So however you want to look at it. But the t-shirt was a fine t-shirt. I didn't appreciate it as much, but I can't hold that against them. It just wasn't my personal style, so it wasn't against me. And then the filler stuff where they had like the brain toys where it was like, nothing. But then they had the comic where I don't even think it was kind of weird. I don't think it was exclusive to it. At least it was a number 1 though. I never got an answer if it was exclusive or not. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't say. Didn't say if it was exclusive at all. So I'm guessing maybe just the cover. I don't know. I wish they would explain more, but kind of a random comic. But it's okay though. At least it's still intact, not beat to shit. And then Elf Ears was like, well, nothing. But then we got some cooler items. This staff and bookmark, that was really cool. I like that. This grumpy nerdy cat, I loved it. It's totally adorable and it's totally getting its own little shelf. Thought that was cool. But here's what did it for me. This was going to be in a much lower spot, but it wasn't because of this. The film cell. The film cell, because this is creative. This is smart thinking here. This is something that no one else thought to do except Nerd Block. They've done this in their horror block, but this is creative. This is what I like. It's something cool. It didn't cost them a lot, but it has a lot of sentimental value, so it's valuable to me. I love it, and I think it's worth a lot, even though it's only worth a couple pennies. Like, the expensive thing about this is the matting job they did, which looks cool, and I also appreciate that. So they're thinking outside the box and thinking of nerd things we like, but different ways to show it and express it, which is what I appreciate. That alone shows some real thought into it, and that's what I'm looking for, people. Effort, thought, energy. That's what I want to see. I'm creative enough as it is. I can buy all the things I want. You need to outdo me in creativity. And you did. You did that. So I'm proud of you for that. So it was this one item that put you over. The rest of them were just so-so, but this one was a special one, and I liked it. So that's why you got number 3. Because otherwise you would have been much lower. Because your value on this box, better than the other one, was about 50 to 64. So you're up there. Like, depending on how you value it, you're valuing like almost double, pretty close to it. So okay, you got that too. And the items weren't super, but you got pretty close to it. I'll give you that. So overall, you did a pretty decent job. Again, wasn't ever thrilled about it, wasn't psyched, wasn't anything, but you did your job and you got some cool shit. Like, fair enough for me. Number 3. Now here's where it gets tricky. It gets tricky with the final 2. Like I said with the bottom 2, it was pretty much a tie. it was pretty much a tie. So the top two, same thing, pretty much a tie. I had to dig deep and really concentrate and think about it to figure out which one came on top. So, that being said, such a close call, but let's see who got number 2. Number 2, unbelievably, was my Geeky Goodies. I'm shocked. I'm blown. My mind's blown. These magicians, these wizards, I don't even know what to say. My mind is blown. This has been on the bottom since forever. Every month I've got it. It hasn't been last place because of Collectible Geek, but it's always been right after that. It's always been them two, neck and neck, right at the bottom. Because they just never gave good stuff. They never gave good quality stuff. They barely stayed in the theme. They didn't give you a value. So I canceled this box because I was always getting crap. It just wasn't worth it anymore. And switched over to my Geek box. And of course, as soon as you cancel one, then it gets awesome. This one was awesome. They had great stuff. And I hear next month is going to be even better. And I'm not going to get it. And I'm so pissed at it. I can't believe that. It never sold out before. And it was always crap. And the month I do it, it's gone. Like, ugh. And I know, now I'm going to bring it back. And now I know the month I come back, it's going to be crap again. But anyway, I'm just pissed off. But like I said about Collectible Geek and their lack of decorative shit, like own box, own label, decorative paper, things that you don't need that don't make any sort of difference, but that look nice, that show, hey, we're an established company, we're respectable people, we want to make things look nice. Not like, hey, we found you some shit in the dumpster, here's a stamp on it, let me sell it to you. Like, fuck you guys, really? Anyway, so what do we got here? We got our t-shirt. And again, I wish I watched Game of Thrones so I had a better reference of this t-shirt. But either way, good quality t-shirt. It still looks badass. And it's still, like, the texture on it, it's like really nice texture on the design. Which means that they printed it with like a special kind of ink. Which is cool. I like that. That absolutely got a $15 value. No problem there. And then we got a keychain, which keychains normally wouldn't matter, but then it's a light. I can use a light. But then, that's so cool. They incorporate some like retro shit in there just to make sure this is a really cool keychain. That's awesome. I've never seen this keychain before, and I probably never will again. I was happy to have this. It's cool to see an item that you like that you've never seen before, especially for me. I'm online all day finding shit, like obviously. If any of you has seen my collection overview, if not, please watch it. It's a really short video, but to get an idea, like, yeah, I know my collectibles, I know my cool shit, I've been out there, I know what's out there. So for me to find something that even I haven't found before and is cool, that's a major feat. And they did that. Like, good job. On that same note, an even cooler item was this flask. I had seen this before, but only recently from another box. Barely, otherwise I would have never seen it before and had my mind blown. Because this is awesome. This is so cool. It has jokes on it, and I found out that each box got a different one. Like, I saw the other jokes they did, and they were all hilarious stuff, man. I want to go get the other ones. And I valued this at $10 to $15, which I thought was fair. But I went online, and I went on eBay. People are charging $40 for this. And not just like random people. That's the price. Like, everyone has a standard price of $40. There's one person out there that was selling it for $15, and then like one person doing an auction. But those like come in and out because those get bought. But the standard that stay there are $40. There's the whole line of them. People selling them for $40 all day. 40 bucks. So when I valued this at 10 to 15, we'll put it at 15, this was a $50 value box. You got double what you paid for. But now realizing how much this is worth and how much people pay for it, of $40, like, that's phenomenal. I don't know if it's actually worth that, but that like almost triples the value of this box. Like, that's crazy. That would triple the value of this box. That's insane. Which just goes to show what a good item this was. So good job at putting this in, and I'm actually going to use this to drink alcohol, maybe on my next video, since I can unwrap it now. drink alcohol out of this. Like, put whatever in there. That's way too cool. I loved it. Creativity, innovation. Good job, my Geek box. And then the other stuff, candy, which I've spilled for the millionth time now. A little figure, which I thought was adorable. Some retro cards, which one of these things that isn't worth anything and isn't that hard to find, but is still really cool. It really brings back some old memories because this is literally from 1989. Like, that's so cool. And I'm going to take some of these cards and make magnets out of them just to be cool and retro. So that was cool. It was a fun filler thing. Like the candy, wouldn't have made a difference. They wrapped it up to make it look nice, but it did make the difference. Like, I thought it was a really cool item. It was nice to see in there. It put a smile on my face. And at the end of the day, that's its purpose. So overall, top notch on this box. I'm bummed I won't get the next one because I hear they got a ton of exclusive stuff. So I'm going to watch someone else's video, probably Johnny Tejas' video, and just cry the whole time over shit I don't have. So it's going to bum me out. But it was my fault. Because they did so many shit boxes before, I thought it was a safe bet to bail on them. But no. Anyway, excellent box. Excellent. That's number 2, my geeky goodies. On to number 1. Who's going to take the number 1 spot? Let's see. Oh yeah. Numero uno. So someone that I don't think's ever been in the number 1 spot before. I think this is the first time in the number 1 spot. But let's take a look. Loot Crate. Oh, I'm proud of you this month, Loot Crate. Because last month's Loot Crate sucked dick. Sucked some major balls, dude. It wasn't good at all. I still have your crap sitting over there that I'm going to try to sell, but probably won't because no one wants it. So, last month, you went way heavy on the exclusive stuff, your exclusive pieces of paper, and I didn't like it. But this month, talk about, you always got your box, different size every time, you got your decoration on the inside of the box, like effort, and not just a piece of paper, an actual pamphlet with articles in there, like a magazine, pop-outs on the back, descriptions of every item, like effort. People working for the company making the box nice. That's what all you need to do, you lower boxes. Make it happen. Anyway, t-shirt, Voltron shirt, cool, looks like a blueprint. I thought it was awesome. Doesn't seem like it'll fit super well, but I think it'll be decent. Seems long enough. Seems like it'll fit long enough, which is good, so I like that. And then we had the glasses. Can't hate on those. They're super cheap, but they're two-tone. I'll totally wear these. I'm gonna wear these outside tomorrow. I'll wear them on my next video. Like, I don't give a shit. That's cool. The necktie, I really like this. I felt the same way about this as I did the scarf. Like, this is stuff that I'm sure most people like just scoffed at and didn't care about at all. But I always wear ties. I wear ties all the time, and especially cool, goofy ones like this, like with Space Invaders on it. Like, that's super cool. And that's something that I guarantee no other box has. It's just them being creative, like branching out there and thinking like, well, we're nerdy and we're doing nerd stuff, but these are adults. What do adults have? Ties, like stuff like that, where you got to get those wheels turning, get a group of people together and find what's best for the box. I appreciated that a lot. Didn't cost a lot, doesn't have a lot of value. It's the thought that counts, and it did. Then we got the Nintendo figure, and I loved these figures. I already had some. And this was an exclusive one that you can't get anywhere else, which means the world to me. It means so much to me to get exclusive figures of things that I already like. Like, that's... I already have a complete set, and now I get a more complete one because I got an exclusive. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You got the notebook. Nah, who cares about that? And then you got a comic book, which normally I wouldn't care about, but this is kind of a big deal because it's the #1 of Star Wars, of the first series that's Marvel's done with Star Wars. Because Star Wars before, I think, was done by Dark Horse, I think. I could be totally wrong on that, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But Marvel now and Star Wars are now one and the same, because now the Disney overlord is just creeping in, like controlling them like puppets. But anyway, it was a big deal. I remember reading about Star Wars and Marvel coming together, and now they're going to create this epic comic because they've got the best people on both sides, like, making this happen. And this is #1, and it's exclusive cover. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, this is a little part of history right here, because it's the rebirth of Star Wars that we're living in right now. The next 3 episodes, it's a whole nother era. So I thought that was a good choice. Good choice. I liked that. So basically, I liked every item in here. All the items. There was nothing I did not like in here. The only thing was like the notebook I'm so about, but I might actually use this. I'm an artist myself. I might figure out something cool to do with this. So that may be in another video. But I genuinely liked every item they had in here. And this is what I told you was a close tie for first, and this is why. Let me show you. Fold my shirt. It was because of the value. Now that one you got 50, but if you paid full price for the flask, maybe. You got double that one. This one, the low end of this one was 46. The lowest end. Of the low end value, you got double your money. More than double your money. You got, let's see, double plus 25%. So you got 125% more than what you paid for. On the low end, guys, the low end. On the high end, you got almost triple your value. Triple. I like the standard to be double, but triple. And not on top of that, triple the value of things I like. Not crap. Not triple of just crap. Triple of good valued items. That's impressive. This is one of the better boxes I've gotten. Like, just because I like the things, and I'm actually going to use all those things. Nothing's going to get thrown away. Nothing's going to get given away. It's all good quality. It's all usable. It's all tangible stuff. And almost triple the quality. Like, wow. This is the only box where I was like, and my Geeky Goodies, where I was like, wow, this is good. You guys did a good job. Which is ironic because these were the only 2 that did bad last month. January, everyone did good except for My Geeky Goodies and Loot Crate. They did shit ones last month. But now, back around, these did great and everyone else sucked. That's what gives me faith, that seeing this pattern that, like, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're up. Like, you gotta power through the whole way to get the good. So that's what I'm hoping for. With these other boxes, I'm hoping next month will be awesome. And this one might suck next month. But yeah. This one did an absolute great box. They put so much effort into everything they do. Everything on the box, the inside, the outside. And it's a reasonable price, 20 bucks. It's the second cheapest one out there. You get a shirt, you get figures, you get just cool stuff. Like, I really liked it. So, it deserved the #1 spot. The Geeky Goodies one, if the flask was that $40 value, like, maybe it would have been a little bit different. But even still, not triple. Excellent job. So you deserve the #1 spot. Loot Crate! Oh! Take a drink out of my goblet. Now I'm out of beer again. It's the only problem with these goblets. You go through beer super quick because you're just as wide as your mouth can go. It's in there. But anyway, that was the monthly overview. Those are the boxes of the month. Those are the ones in order. Tell me what you think about them. Tell me what you thought of the order I put them in. Any comments, concerns, like complaints, like let me know. Talk about it. Let's get a conversation going. That's what I thought. Next month. Let's look forward to next month. We have new boxes. And we're losing old ones. So next month we're losing my Geeky Goodies. But I'm gaining a new one. Geek Fuel. That one, we'll see. I've got mixed reviews on it. It might just be another okay box, but we'll see. It looked interesting. And I've been meaning to try more UK boxes. Thingamabox and Infinity Crate. But I've had a real hard time with UK, man. They've been screwing me lately. But I want to get some like UK stuff, like some exclusive UK stuff. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm considering trying those. And there was another one. Let me see. And yeah, I'll see if I'll go back to Collectible Geek for March. I don't know. But there were the big ones that I'm excited about that I have subscribed for, and that's the Collector's Cash for Marvel. I'm so excited about that. I can't wait till it comes. Not till February, or not till April though, which sucks. And I'm a founder. I became a founder, so I get their special trophy. And then also quarterly box. It's going to be really, really cool. Art collectibles. So that's in March too. So for February, we're still going to have 8 again because we're losing one but gaining one. But I'm looking for some of these other boxes, but I think most are sold out for February already. So if you see, or if you want to see any boxes on here, any recommendations, please recommend them to me. Recommend them to me in the comments, and I'll check them out, and I'll do a review for you, and I'll put them head-to-head with these other guys to see what they're worth. Like, I think that would be totally worth it to try it out. And I'm looking for a subscription box in, like, Japan. Like, ones like these, like the character figure collectibles from Japan, because I feel like Japan's got to have some really cool shit that we don't have here. I just know they do. I'm just trying to find a box that would send that stuff over here. So if anyone is Japanese or Chinese and knows of any or knows how to find some, please let me know. I would love to add some international boxes to this. I got UK, we've got Canada, kinda, but they're kind of the same as the US, so... Anyway, I'm rambling. That's what's up. News-wise, I don't have much news. Just did a whole 100 subscribers giveaway. I was talking about giveaways. If you want to help me out, post to social media. I'll give you some free shit. Hit me up if you want anything. Other than that, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for helping me get to 100. Thank you for listening to Ultimate Unboxing number 3. And I will see you guys next month. Soon I'm posting out more videos. I think I'm going to start another painting soon. It should be dope as shit. So stay tuned for some other cool stuff. Love you all. Peace.